All right, I'm here. Yeah, they was going to cancel my card out, and I have to use it on the 30th. Wait a minute. Yeah, Monday. Wait. The 30th. That's Monday, right? So they told me just to call back and let them know I'm going to use the thing because I'm supposed to get a reimbursement check on the 30th, which will be enough money to have my car towed to my brother's house. They want 250 to 275 to tow it to my brother's house. It was still setting as of this morning. The highway patrol told me that I'd be lucky to have a Cadillac converter on it. I said that's all right. I think that's what's wrong with it, anyways. So how you guys doing? How you doing, Carlos? You still here? Deanna, I know you're doing well. I talked to you. I talked to Squirrels Glitter World the other day, and then I missed her live because I had to go do laundry. Um, Howie, Howell, How something. I can't remember the name exactly. It was How something though. Can you see my little church mouse right there? So what's been going on? Hey, I didn't know they could demonetize you. Um, I was watching one of Nora's Stock Explorers lives, and she had lost one of her dogs, right? I just happened to tune in, and she lost the dog that day. And well, she had to put it down. And she said that somebody had got demonetized because they weren't putting out any content. And I had no clue that they would do that. And I have no content to put out. So I figured I'd do that live stream, that live sleep stream, and do a live stream. And hopefully they don't demonetize me. It's only going to take me a year to make $100 anyways. So I make 60 something cents, 70 something cents a day. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about if I don't get in too much trouble on the second. I'm thinking about going back up to Rising Park and walking that hill again. Um, to show everybody Lancaster. But I don't know if I can walk it because all the COVID's not out of me yet. All the stuff in my chest and my head. Look, I got a $50 subway card for doing something for my insurance, and I got a $50 credit card coming for letting the nurse come here. Because I'm so disabled. I'm just messed up in the head. And they also said something about talking to somebody, insinuate about getting me a refrigerator. You know any lawyers, Deanna? Oh yeah. Robert told me that I can get a golden doodle. I meant a labradoodle. But I looked up Labradors, and they're so cute. My brother's got a labradoodle, and so does my niece. Smart dogs. My niece said her dog keeps peeing on the floor though. Said if it isn't her kid, it's her dog. She said, I'm tired of cleaning up the pee. I said, that's your fault. I said, but dogs will have accidents. She's like, no, she does it all the time. I said, that's your fault then. You train her. But they said Labradoodle was like very sociable, don't know an enemy with dogs or humans. Wants to play a lot. I know my brother John, his plays frisbee. He said, but the dog will run off. I said, well, you got to train the dog. I told him get a 30-foot lead and keep him in the yard, just that radius, and get a ball. Hey, squirrels, how you doing? And get a ball and throw it to his yard border of his yard line, and the dog will end up staying in the yard. Because Toby would stay in the yard, I could take him off lead and throw the ball, and he would stay in the yard. Good, squirrels. I'm sorry I missed you. I didn't get done with the laundromat till like 3:30. And then I totally forgot. I had so much laundry, it wasn't even funny. I had 2 triple loaders. And then when I got back, I just forgot. I apologize for not catching you live. I've been scared to go live, to be honest with you guys. Been a long time. But did you see my flowers? Did you check out the videos of my flowers? They're still out there. The marigold plants, I'll say this big around. And then the head of one of my celotias is it's bigger than this from here to here. I can't touch it from finger to finger. It's about that big around. That's my prized flower right there. Only got 7 tomatoes this year. But my hospices, they bloom 4 times. I think it's because I feed them hot water. And I got a peanut plant again this year. I'm waiting for it to be ready to dig up. And then I'm going to boil the peanuts. I guess you boil them in the shell and all. I'm not sure. It said boil or roast them, so I can eat them this year. Got me a deck of cards here. Look at all these cards. Craziness. I use them all except for this one right here, because Cash App tells me I owe them $75. What had happened is somebody stole $100 out of my bank account, put it on Cash App, put it on Bitcoin, withdrew it from Bitcoin. My bank checked into it, investigated it, and gave me my money back. Had $15 to the good on Cash App, and to the good, they took that from me, and then somebody put another $10 on Cash App. They took that from me, left me owing $75, and I don't owe them a dime. My bank done proved that I didn't do it. How do you change your pictures, Deanna? I still haven't figured that one out yet. Because when and if I get a new pup, I don't know, I might leave it as it is. In memory of Toby. Look, I painted my nails an ugly purple. Okay. I might do that when and if I get another dog. You know, that's what I always got my most views on was Toby's journeys, daily journeys, and my sleep streams. Some shorts. I just been depressed since Toby's been gone. It's just like I really don't want to do anything. I wanted to go to Seven Caves. I told you that, Deanna. And I didn't even do that. I wanted to go to the zip line, do the zip line. I didn't even go do that. The doctor put me on, besides Vraylar, he put me on Wellbutrin. He said to bring me out of this slump. I hope it does. I just hope I don't go to jail on the second. I know the first one carries 2 to 10 days, 3 to 10 days. You're right, Deanna, I do. I'm going to give me one of them scooters. I got railroaded. They're there to protect and serve, are they not? Well, I was broke down. They should have protected me and served me. They did serve me. He's like, I did you a solid. I let you go home tonight. what kind of shit is that? And then coming home, he wouldn't let me get my pop out of the car. I was so thirsty. And then COVID, my nose was running. He wouldn't give me a tissue. So I straddled the seat, and you know where it all went, all over the seat. Protecting everybody from me, I didn't do nothing. That's the whole point. I mean, I'd admit to it if I'd done something, but I didn't do it. I think they're going to make an example out of me. Because 14 years ago, I got in trouble in Chillicothe. And I did do it. I admit it. I did it. This time, how can you get in trouble for standing outside your car, standing on the road, keys not in ignition? How can you get in trouble? A threat to society. Tell Bill he can. I'm gonna stick my foot up his butt. But yeah, I got railroaded, suckers. That's why I want a scooter, so they can't have the satisfaction of making me walk everywhere. Scooter or a moped. Anything under 50 cc's. My table's falling apart, finally. I've only owned it since 2015. It's starting to peel. Plastic coating off of it. Need some blue fingernail polish. Blue paint. It looks terrible. Now, if they drop the charges, now when I spoke to a lawyer, they told me they'd give me driving privileges, even though I didn't take the test. But I can't afford a lawyer. Because like I told you, Deanna, Brother Jeff said his co-worker cost him $10,000 to get out of a DUI. So, I mean, I think Jeff was going to load me to $750. That was just to retain the lawyer. But I don't know, man. Back in the past, my ex, he was always in trouble for DUIs. And by probation violations for drinking. But he got a lawyer, and he got driving privileges and years probation when he should have went to prison. And he got an expensive lawyer too, which was expensive back then. It was like $1,500, which it cost me the same thing when I got in trouble, $1,500, and he got my charges dropped down to misdemeanors from felony. I can't. I don't have the income, Deanna. I really don't. Since the landlord raised the rent to $600 a month. Because they said, they'll take a retainer and then they'll take payments. I was waiting on a lawyer to call me back. I never did get a phone call back, a different one. But like I told you, a public defender got a charge dropped off JC down to a disorderly conduct. Well, it's 625 in the summer for the stupid air conditioning. And no refrigerator, which in efficiency is supposed to come with a refrigerator. Mine blew up. I got tired of looking at it. The only part on it worked was the freezer, and the freezer was really tiny. But it was a real big refrigerator. I called my brother up. I said, hey, can you come get this refrigerator out of here? It blew up. He's like, where you want it? I said, drop it right there in the grass. Practically in front of the apartment. To make the landlord happy. See, I can get a disabled. I can get 55 plus or a disabled apartment. But I'm scared to change. I've been here almost 10 years. In January be 10 years. And I got this big yard all to myself. And I can plant my flowers. I can have a dog without paying for it. JC said they was giving away one in Mount Sterling. Get this one though. Great Pyrenees and a German Shepherd mix. I was like, what would I do with something like that? I was like, it'd take up half my room. Gigantic dog. He said, that's what you need, a big dog. I said, I'm getting a big dog, but not that big. Yep, change is scary, but sometimes we got to do it. I'm scared to go in front of the judge, too. I have the papers. I have the papers for most support dog animal. Recent. 2024. It's in my car. I got to get to my car or it's on the wall. I can't remember. I've got to get to my car on the 2nd and get all the paperwork out of the glove box. And get my earphones I paid $30 for. Get them out there. They'd probably be gone though because the car's unlocked. And I think my title's in the car too. Oops. And thing about the emotional sport dogs, a lot of places tell you up front, no dogs. The one I was in Circleville, there was a big yard in the back. Flowers. Oh yeah. And I don't like people though. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be bothered. I don't like drama. I like to stay to myself. I don't like to hear a bunch of kids yapping. There was a couple girls, because these stray cats come trying to catch cats. And I guess one of their friends caught one of the cats. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like cats. But I wouldn't hurt a cat. I mean, if they wouldn't move in the alley, I'd run over one. But I'm just saying, it's because it's in my way. But I wouldn't personally put my hands on a cat and harm them. So, anyways, one of their friends had got a hold of a black kitten and dropped it, and its neck was crooked. And she was telling me about it, and she was holding it like this in a sweatshirt. And I noticed the cat wasn't meowing, but it had its mouth open. And then she told me what had happened. So I think you really did some damage to that cat. It was sad. Then there's a real tiny one out here. It must be the run of the litter. It's cute. It's real cute. It's just the problem is they grow up. But my son was telling me about a Maine Coon cat. Have you ever seen a Maine Coon cat? Them suckers are like this. About that big around. They're like, I think he said $1,000 to $2,000 for one. They come from Maine. Now that would be awesome to have. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome to have. It's pretty big. You're allergic. Get some allergy pills. I've owned 2 cats, Pickles and Ebony. I ain't gonna lie, I dumped the last one off, and because he pissed in my closet twice. He pissed in the closet twice, and then he pissed on the beanbag chair once. And I dumped him off. When I got back home, he was in the window. He got back home. Oh, do you? So the cat comes back home. I was like, you little son of a beaner. I said, I'll fix you. So I took him out to Mom's house, right? In the car. And I rolled the window down. And I got out of the car and went in the house. And I went out, go outside acting stupid. Like, oh my God, I left the window down and Ebony was in it. And he's gone. Mom flipped out. Why would you do something stupid like that for? She said, I don't want no cat. And I was like, listen, I said, he's a good cat. I said, he's spayed. He's neutered. He's declawed. I said, all you'd have to do is set some food out. So she fed this cat for 3 weeks. And then somebody poisoned that cat because Dave found it in his trash can. Dave, D&K Market. She was upset too because she become attached to the cat because he was a good cat. He was my cat dog. He played fetch. He just, once he used the litter box, you had to clean it immediately or he wouldn't use it again. One time. And if I didn't know he used it, that's why I peed in the closet. So do I. And guess what I was told? I was told my brother's remodeling my mom's house inside. And I was told the reason he's doing that, she's 80 years old now, is so I can move in it when she passes away. Because he's going to buy Johnny and Mikey out. And I don't want to live in it, Deanna. Be nothing but bad memories. And she'd haunt me too. Because I don't like her and she don't like me. And then be nothing but drama. I don't care how old I was. Because, you know, Sabrina still lives in there. The Trammels. Be drama central. Is all the drama. Oh yeah. I remember Kim Busey stirring up some stuff and then blaming it on everybody else too. And her dad would get so mad. Yeah, Kim would get so mad. I remember one time Kim was cussing up a storm. And she's picking a fight with me is what she was doing. Because I was new. And she was cussing up a storm. She invited me to play. So I'm playing on this big snow hill with her. And she starts trying to pick a fight with me. And you know me, Deanna, I was mean when I was little. That was a mistake. So she starts cussing up a storm, and her dad heard it. And out at the door he came, he says, Beth Grabbins, you take your butt home now. We don't cuss, we don't talk like that when we're here. He said, it's just ridiculous. That's sad. Robin called me. Well, I called her. She texted me, and I called her. Said she broke her arm riding a quad. That she's got 2 more years, and she's moving. Boy, all her kids will be out of school, and she's going to move. Where, I don't know. I can remember her mom always moved around all the time. Because they're drama, especially Michelle. I about died when she named Felicia Felicia. And they tried to tell her, you can't do that. Beth named Felicia, named her daughter Felicia. She said, I don't care, I'm naming her Felicia. And then it was all about drama between Felicia and Felicia all the time. And because Michelle thought her shit didn't stink. She was better than everybody else. And then I made a oh yeah, bad comment. I made a homemade black raspberry pie from scratch, the crust and all. And first one I ever made. Oh, was it? And so I was proud of it, you know what I'm saying? And I passed it out, and I gave a piece to Philip and a piece to Michelle. Well, I gave them to Michelle, even though I didn't like Michelle. Michelle didn't like me. I just wanted to show her how good of a cook I was, how good of a baker I was. And I didn't even know because it was my first pie I've ever made. But it just looked so damn good. And, well, anyways, I seen Philip. I was like, Philip, what you think about that pie? He said, I don't know. Won't you ask my wife because she ate both pieces of it. It cracked me up. My pie was so damn good. Michelle hated my guts, but she ate both pieces of the pie I made. Oh, you don't get along with Robin either? Robin's, how do I put this? Robin went on with her life and forgot about everybody, should I say. Um, she came down, I think, last year, and I didn't go see her because she was never there for me, you know what I'm saying? And she's talking about trying to make it this year. I won't go. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. She tried to get me to go to North Carolina because when Sabrina and Angie went, she's like, Beth, I wish you would have came down here instead of them. She was always like that when it comes to Sabrina. Because Sabrina's something else, man. She's drama queen, center of attention. And I guess Robin's daughter was arguing with Robin, and Sabrina stepped in. I guess that was a big mistake. Tell her not to talk to her mother like that. And I can't say exactly what I was told, but it was a big mistake for Sabrina to do it. So Robin's daughter don't like Sabrina. I don't know which daughter it was. I think one of them's golf. I think one's in the service. I think she had 5 altogether. All I know, she says she's got 2 left, and then she's gone. She's going to do exactly what her mom did. Just go. And I don't know how she could do it. She had her own business, but then it's my understanding she lost that business. She was cleaning for the Army. She was cleaning, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was called. Oh yeah. Well, she knows where you live. She wants to meet up that bad, she'd come to your house. That's the way I look at it. I know she got real heavy there for a minute. And then she started running and stuff and lost a bunch of weight. I remember little Robin being like 80 pounds wet growing up, even in high school. And then the next time I seen her, she had had a kid. And Deanna, she was huge. I mean, huge. One of her legs was like this. And she's like, I got fat. I'm like, no, you just got healthy. But she did. She got huge. And then she started running, walking, speed walking. Then she started jogging. Then she started running. And she lost a bunch of weight that way. I don't know about now. I don't know. That's why I'm saying I don't understand. I don't know what she does. I have no clue. I don't know if she took after her mom and bartends or what. No, I think a girl would ever gain weight. It's crazy. She's such a toothpick. But when you have a baby, it does funny things to you. Now I see pictures of Kim every once in a while, Kim Busey. I don't really talk to her. The reason I don't talk to Kim because she made something out of her life. I am right now. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to get much bigger. I'll probably gain 15 pounds. But right now, where I had COVID, I couldn't eat. And then what I was doing, I wasn't eating that much. And I dropped down to 94 pounds. And I didn't realize how skinny I was until one day I was sick, had the COVID, and I let somebody drive my car. And some girl, and I was sitting in the passenger seat, and I was leaning back because I was so sick. And I was also withdrawn and on top of the COVID. And I looked in the mirror, and my face was so sunk in. It looked like The Walking Dead. I was like, damn, I didn't even realize how much weight I had lost. Only thing I noticed is my pants were big. But they were big anyways on me. When I buy them, they're big on me. I can't afford to buy the 525s. They're like $50 a pair. So I buy 501s and they fit bigger. So I got 11 pair of jeans. One pair of them finally fit me because I washed and dried them enough. They're not tight on me like it should be. I've been eating a little bit of everything here lately. Junk food, chicken, cereal, drink a lot of milk, a lot of chocolate milk. I got some rice, but I just can't seem to bring myself to eat it, choke it down. Um, I know my roommate told me rice would put weight on me. I ate fruits. I went and bought some potatoes. I don't know if those are fattening or not. Went over to Save a Lot and bought a couple hamburger patties. Nasty. I don't like Save a Lot's hamburger. I still choked it down. But when I had that COVID, I'd take a bite of something and I couldn't eat no more. I'd be like sick to my stomach. Believe it or not, I'm still talking to Robert. He's done crossed the border. He said he's going to be home within a month. I'm like, about damn time. It's only been 4 years. I talked to somebody before for 7 years. And when it was time for them, and all we did exchange pictures. As for cell phones, there was the walkie-talkies, the two-ways, the boost two-ways, and we exchanged pictures. And when it was time for him to come visit, for us to meet, I was with somebody else and I couldn't let him do it. So I'm taking the chance with Robert too, because I'm just taking a chance. Because he's like, why? Don't you want to see me? Yeah, but are you who you say you are? That's the problem. What if I open my door and some guy that's like 5'3", 5'4", 300 pounds? I do too. And the pictures I've seen though, there's no way he's 6'3". I meant 6'1". Wait a minute. He said he was 6'3". And there's no way. No way. He might be close to 6 foot. But he's Asian and white. He speaks Arabic, Spanish, of course. And he's been a citizen of the United States for 10 years. We got into it over that. I mean, he's going on a picture of me too. He don't really know what I look like. But I told him straight up, I get wrinkles. He don't have no wrinkles. I look older than what I am. He's only 48, 49. And I'm 56, damn near 57. But he said that if I wanted, because I told him, about these wrinkles, how I am about these wrinkles. I have no self-confidence. He said if I wanted, we could go see a surgeon. Because I don't want nobody's going to look at another woman. I don't want nobody's going to look at me. Be honest with you. I aged a lot quicker than I should have. Long story, Deanna. I can't tell it all. My roomie don't know it all. But he will be wealthy if he can get past customs. That's what he said. Exactly what he said. And he said he's dying to meet the one that stood behind him all these years. Every great once in a while, he called me Queen Elizabeth. He calls me Queen all the time. And honey. That's his 2 words. Honey, mainly. My love. I've never met somebody so kind. But he's got a temper on him. I mean, a bad temper. He showed it one day on the phone. And we got into it real big time. We got into it. I'm not going to sit there and take that. I mean, he was so freaking mad, man. And I can't say what it was over, but he was really super mad. Yeah. And this man threw a fit. I meant threw a fit. I'm surprised he wasn't breaking things. And I told him that, that's another thing I'm scared of. Not just meeting you, that you're going to put your hands on me out the way. And he's like, what do you mean? And I told him that you end up hitting me. Because you know me, I got a mouth on me if you piss me off. He said, no. He said he's never hit a woman, he never would hit a woman. He said he walks away until everything calms down. But I don't know. Well, he's Asian and white, but he speaks Spanish and Arabic. I lost all my pictures of him. The one where he was holding up a sign, because I had to factory reset my phone, and Google didn't save that picture. They saved them all except for that one. Let me see if I can find one that you'll be able to see. This reminds me of Inspector Gadget. This is just a bad picture of him. Can you see that? He does kind of look Mexican. But he's not. He's got some slanted eyes. And see, I was trying to compare watches, and trying to see if he's got this necklace in other pictures. See, that's the same tattoo. He told me. You know how people get Brazilian wax? He didn't tell me. He didn't tell me that I had to. But I told him, if I do something like that, you have to shave your mustache off. And he's got the best laugh. The best laugh. He's like, oh no, 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 no. He said, but I will. It was funny. Kayla was here. She was doing a pedicure for me. And it was just so funny. Because I believe in being natural. Not like, you remember Connie Sayers in school? He don't look good with just a mustache, though. He looks good with a beard and a mustache. Because I didn't think it was the same person until I seen the tattoos. He said all he wants to do is eat and sleep. Connie Sayers, you got a picture in school. She had dark hair. She had black hair. Okay, so all her hair was black on her arms, her legs, everything was black, and a lot of it. And she'd be in gym and she'd have shorts on, and her dad didn't let her shave her legs or anything. And she had so much hair right here. I mean, so much hair. It looked like, I don't know, she cut it off an Afro American's head and glued it to her legs. I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. It's her dad's fault. He wouldn't let her shave. No, she didn't have a goatee. She just had so much hair. She had like sideburns. And she caused a lot of problems. And actually, if you remember the girls in Chillicothe that get killed, you remember that story? I'm just waiting on you to answer me. Oh, I don't know. I think he's handsome with the beard. But Connie, okay, one of those girls was her daughter that got killed. When they found her, she didn't have no blood in her system. They found her wrapped up. And Felicia's down there in Chillicothe, and she said something about walking town. I said, Felicia, you can't do that. She said, Mom. She said they think the man that did that or the people that did that, but the main man is dead. I said, they think, Felicia. They don't fucking know. And I don't want her walking in town. Somebody pick her up and do that shit, do that to her. But Connie didn't raise that girl. She lived with her dad because Connie couldn't stop drinking. She's devout alcoholic. Who's in prison? Are you talking about the black guy that killed that wait a minute, where they were driving? He had a female passenger in the front, female in the back, and the one female hid in a beside a building, and the other female they found on a fence, like she was trying to climb up over the fence. Is that the guy you're talking about? Because if that's the guy you was talking about, I think that was over bad deal. It was over that white stuff. Yeah, I don't think it was him. Because all of them were prostitutes. But I don't know if the two that was in the car with him were prostitutes. The story had it, the girl said it was over a bad. Well, they did what they did, his stuff, and he wanted payment, and they didn't have the money to pay him. That was my understanding of that one. So he killed that one girl, and the other girl hid, and he never found her. They said that they were covering that up and everything. Not that one, but the deaths of the prostitutes. Said the law enforcement was involved in it down there. So they were covering up. And they said the one girl committed suicide right after she tells her family she was happy, she was pregnant. She committed suicide, jumped off that bridge. I don't believe that. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, Connie's daughter was very good friends with Felicia. And I'm glad Felicia never went down there with her. But they was friends since they was in school. She used to come to the house. Like I said, I'm just glad Felicia knew better than to go down there with her. Because she knew what she was about. I just can't for the life of me figure out why the girl didn't have any blood in her. And no wounds for blood to leave her body. Yeah, I got to see it too. Only thing I could think of, they hung her up like a deer, the one with no blood, Tiffany, and used, because she was a heroin addict, and used plasma needles to drain the blood out of her, because they got big holes in them. That's just the way I thought about it. Because there's no wounds on the girl whatsoever. Yeah, she was a mess of it, but you know what? Her and Tiffany didn't even get along because Connie chose her alcohol over her kids. And then whenever she was around Tiffany, she was always drunk and she'd piss all over the place, all over herself and every place else. She'd be standing. She'd literally just piss her pants and piss on things. And Tiffany was embarrassed by her. Connie used to sit and cry. Cry. This is before Tiffany got killed. She would cry. She'd drink a beer. Look out. After that first beer, she would sit and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. And you couldn't help but to laugh at her, right? So one day we was sitting there, and me and Ab got up from the table because Connie was crying. And Mike's like, "Can you shut up?" Her boyfriend. And they're still together, I'm pretty sure. And she's like, but you like Beth. I know you like Beth. And so me and Ab get up the kitchen table. We go in the fucking living room. And he puts on by Mick Jagger. You can't always get what you want. It was funny. It was so funny, man. And she cried harder. And Kathy's like, "You two quit that. That's mean." Kathy used to have to manhandle that girl where she'd get so drunk. Put her in her place, but physically. She didn't hit her or nothing. She manhandled her. She'd pop her ass down on the couch, tell her, "Don't you get up. You get up and I'm going to bust your teeth out." She'd be like, but Mike. Over nothing. It's crazy. Then Angie Skaggs couldn't stand the girl. See, I never heard who the killer was. Nope. Never heard who the killer was at all. Now I met this weird guy one time. That's when all that was going on. And he was off in the head, and he was big. A big man. Big, not fat, big. He said he used to be a professional football player. Right? He got a head injury. Well, it turned out that he lived with his brother and he fell down the steps, and that's how he got his head injury. But I said, you need to be careful getting from Chillicothe. I said, because, you know, that stuff going on. I said, them females, I said, they can be dangerous too. He's like, do you think I'm scared of a female? He said, I would straight put them in their place real fast. And I thought, oh God, oh God. I'm not going to tell you why I met him. But I was thinking to myself, I need to get away from this guy. He gave me the heebie-jeebies. He spooked me. And we met in a public place. We met at Pilot after work. After growing up with the drunk, I can't stand to be around drunks either. Not at all. Well, it looks like I've been on here an hour and a half, Deanna, and you're the only one that kept me company. Maybe if I keep going live, then maybe more people will tune in. But I appreciate it. At least now I won't get demonetized. But somehow I got 5 likes. All right. I'm going to end this live, okay? I'll try to go live tomorrow. All right? Yeah, I know. Because that made me think maybe he was the one that was doing it. So I'll talk to you tomorrow, all right, Deanna? You have a good day. Yeah, I think so. You too. Bye.